I found the texts at 2:47 a.m. Couldn't sleep. Tyler was snoring next to me, phone face down on the nightstand like always. That should have been my first clue, right? The face down phone. But I trusted him. I grabbed it to check the time. No password. He'd always said he had nothing to hide. The screen lit up with a message preview from C. Morrison. My attorney, Clarice. Final phase tomorrow. She suspects nothing. You were perfect tonight with the wine. My hands went numb. I opened the thread. Months of messages, planning, scheming, explicit photos I couldn't unsee. But worse than the affair, they were talking about destroying me. I know what you're thinking. Wake him up, scream, throw him out. But my brain went somewhere else. Somewhere cold and calculating. If I tipped my hand now, I'd lose everything. So I took screenshots. Hundreds of them. Then I put the phone back exactly where it was. I need to back up, tell you who I am, or who I was before that night. I'm in my late 30s, CEO of a mid-sized consulting firm I built from nothing. 15 years of 18-hour days, missed birthdays, maxed credit cards. Started in my garage with one client and a dream. Now, 72 employees. 8-figure revenue. Featured in Forbes last year. Tyler and I met at a charity gala 6 years ago. He was charming, attentive, said all the right things about supporting my career. We got married fast, maybe too fast, but he seemed different from other guys. He said he loved my drive, my ambition. I trusted him completely, joint accounts. His name on everything. He knew every password, every client, every business move before I made it. That's what marriage is, right? Partnership. Trust. Clarice had been my attorney for 3 years, handled every contract, every negotiation. I'd recommended her to a dozen other CEOs. We had lunch every month. I thought she was my friend. Turns out, I didn't know either of them at all. That morning, Tyler brought me coffee in bed. Kissed my forehead, asked how I slept. Great, I lied. My hands were steady, my voice didn't shake. I'd spent 4 hours reading their messages, learning their plan, every detail of how they'd been systematically destroying my company while I thanked them for their support. The coffee tasted bitter. Different. I pretended to drink it, dumped it in the bathroom sink when he left, found white residue at the bottom of the cup. He was drugging me. Had been for months. Those nights I felt foggy, couldn't focus during board meetings, said things I didn't remember. That wasn't stress. That was Tyler grinding up pills into my evening wine, my morning coffee, anything he could spike. My phone rang. Clarice. I let it go to voicemail, hands shaking now that I was alone. Sarah, honey, we need to talk about the Dennison contract. I'm seeing some concerning clauses. Can you come by my office? Bring the files? The Dennison contract was our biggest account, $3 million annually. I'd worked on it for 8 months. I called Holly, my assistant. She'd been with me for 5 years. If anyone knew something was wrong, it would be her. Holly, don't react to what I'm about to say. Just listen. Has anyone been in my office after hours? Silence. Then, Tyler, last 3 Thursdays. He said you asked him to grab files. I never asked him to do that. I know. I thought it was weird, but Sarah, what's happening? I'll explain later. Right now, I need you to pull every financial record from the last 6 months. Everything Clarice touched. And Holly, don't tell anyone, especially not Tyler. I hung up, looked at myself in the mirror. My eyes were bloodshot, hair unwashed. When did I start looking like this? When did I stop recognizing myself? The doorbell rang. I threw on a robe. 2 police officers stood on my porch. Sarah Morrison? We have a wellness check request. Your husband called. Said you've been making threats. My blood turned to ice. Threats? I've been asleep. Ma'am, we just need to verify you're okay. Mind if we come in? Tyler appeared behind me. Concern painted on his face. Oscar-worthy performance. Officers, thank you for coming. She's been under a lot of stress. The business. I'm worried about her mental state. I'm fine. This is ridiculous. See? Tyler's voice was soft, sad. She gets defensive. Last night she threw a glass at the wall, scared the kids. We don't have kids. The officers looked confused. Sir, you mentioned children? Tyler blinked. Oh, sorry, I meant the cats. Our cats. But you see my concern? She's not thinking clearly. I wanted to scream, but I remembered their messages. This was planned. Every word he said was rehearsed. If I lost control now, I'd prove his point. Officers, I'm perfectly fine. I haven't thrown anything. I'd like you to leave now. They looked between us, left their card, said to call if I needed anything. The moment the door closed, Tyler dropped the act. You found the messages. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't play stupid. You've been different all morning. Cold. He stepped closer. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to sign the papers Clarice drew up. Voluntary conservatorship. You'll agree you're not mentally fit to run the company. I'll take over. You'll get treatment. Everyone wins. And if I don't? His smile made my skin crawl. We've been planning this for 3 years, Sarah. Since before your promotion to CEO. Every financial record, every email, every contract. We've built a case that you're incompetent, unstable. The board already doubts you. Your biggest clients are about to cancel. Your bank accounts will be frozen by noon today. You can't? I already did. Clarice filed the paperwork yesterday. You've got debt you don't know about. Lawsuits pending. Your company's bleeding money and the board thinks you've been hiding it. He grabbed his keys. Conservatorship hearing is tomorrow morning. Judge is a friend of Clarice's. This is over, Sarah. Sign the papers or lose everything in court. Your choice. He left. I stood there, frozen. Literally couldn't move. My chest felt hollow, like someone reached in and ripped out everything that made me who I was. My phone buzzed. Email from First National Bank. Accounts frozen pending investigation into fraudulent activity. Another email. Martin and Associates, my second biggest client. Contract terminated effective immediately. Another. Board of Directors. Emergency meeting called for tonight. Vote of no confidence on the agenda. I slid down the wall, sat on the floor of my own home, my company, my life. Everything I'd built, gone. And the man I loved, the woman I trusted, they'd orchestrated it all while smiling to my face. My phone rang. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer. Sarah, it's Holly. Don't hang up. I'm calling from a burner. We need to meet. There's something you need to see. Something about those financial records. I think I know how to fix this, but we have less than 24 hours. Was I wrong to read his messages? Or did I do exactly what anyone would do? Drop a comment below. I need to know I'm not losing my mind here. The coffee shop was empty. 3 a.m. Holly slid a manila folder across the table. Her hands were shaking. I've been watching them for 6 months. I knew something was wrong. She opened the folder. Bank statements, legal filings, documents I'd never seen. Every contract cancellation, Tyler contacted them first. Told them you were having a breakdown. Sent edited videos of you looking unstable. What videos? Remember last month when you had that allergic reaction at the office? Couldn't stop sneezing, eyes watering? Tyler filmed it, edited out the context, sent it to clients saying you were using drugs. My stomach dropped. The peanut oil in my lunch. Exactly. He's been doing it for months, triggering your allergies, filming your reactions, building a case that you're erratic. I felt like I was going to throw up. How did you figure this out? Holly looked away. I have an MBA from Cornell. I worked in forensic accounting before becoming your assistant. I took this job because I wanted to learn the business side, but when I saw those legal filings Clarice submitted 3 months ago, I recognized the pattern. Shell companies, asset transfers, classic embezzlement setup. Why didn't you tell me? I wasn't sure, and honestly, I thought you'd think I was crazy. Tyler's so convincing. So I started documenting everything. Every file he took, every time he accessed your computer, every meeting with Clarice. She pulled out another folder. This is the real company financials. No debt, no lawsuits. Everything they claimed is fabricated. I stared at the numbers. My company wasn't failing. It was thriving. Revenue up 30% year over year. How did they create fake debt? Clarice set up shell companies in your name, took out loans against them, made it look like you were borrowing money and hiding it. The banks don't know the signatures are forged. But tomorrow you lose everything, unless we move first. Holly pulled out her phone. I've been quietly reaching out to your key employees, the ones who know you're not crazy. We've formed a new LLC. Your 20 biggest clients already agreed to move contracts, but we have to execute tonight, before the conservatorship hearing. Anyone who's ever been betrayed by someone they trusted knows. It's not just about what they did. It's about realizing everything was a lie. Every smile, every touch, every "I love you." Poison. If we move the clients, Tyler will know. Let him. By the time he figures it out, the new company will be operational. Your old company? It can die. Let him have the corpse. We'll rebuild with the real assets, the clients who trust you. I looked at Holly, really looked at her. She'd been there 5 years, quiet, efficient. I'd thought she was just a good assistant. She'd been protecting me. Why are you doing this? Her eyes filled with tears. My mom went through this. Her business partner and husband conspired to take everything. She didn't have anyone helping her. She lost it all. She wiped her face. I promised myself if I ever saw it happening to someone else, I'd fight. So I'm fighting. But I can't do it without you. My phone buzzed. Tyler. Where are you? It's 3 a.m. Couldn't sleep. Went for a drive. Come home. We need to talk about tomorrow. I'll make this easy on you. Promise. I hung up, looked at Holly. Let's burn it all down. The next 18 hours were a blur. Holly had everything planned. New company registration, new bank accounts, transfer agreements. She'd been preparing for weeks. But I had to play the part, had to act defeated, broken. I went home. Tyler was waiting, coffee already made. Drink this. You'll feel better. I took the cup, dumped it in the sink. I know what you're doing. The drugs, the videos, everything. His face didn't change. Then you know it's over. Sign the papers. What if I go to the police? He laughed. Actual laugh. With what proof? Your attorney, my girlfriend, is the one who prepared all the legal documents. Every filing, every form, it's all legitimate in the eyes of the law. I'm trying to help my mentally unstable wife. That's what everyone sees. The board already voted. Emergency session last night. No confidence. You're out. I'm interim CEO as your spouse. My hands clenched, nails digging into my palms to keep from screaming. So that's it. 15 years. You just take it. I built this company too. While you were off playing CEO, I was home, supporting you. I deserve this. He stepped closer. Tomorrow at the hearing, you'll agree to the conservatorship. You'll admit you need help. Judge will appoint me as conservator. Then you'll quietly resign and enter treatment. 6 months from now, after you're better, we'll have a quiet divorce. You'll get enough to live on. I keep the company. Everyone moves on. And if I fight? Then I show the court your medical records. The prescriptions Clarice got with your forged signature. The psychiatric evaluations we fabricated. I'll prove you're not just unstable. You're dangerous. You'll lose everything and end up institutionalized. Your choice. He left for work. My work, my office, my building. I called Holly. It's time. Move everything. By noon, 23 clients had signed with the new company. By 3 p.m., 18 key employees had resigned and joined us. By 6 p.m., all intellectual property legally developed by me before the company existed had been transferred. Tyler didn't notice until it was too late. He walked into the office to find half the desks empty. My phone exploded with calls, screaming, threats. What did you do? Sarah, you can't do this. Do what? Start a new company? I'm not under conservatorship yet. I can do whatever I want. You'll regret this. Tomorrow, you'll regret this. I hung up, looked at Holly. Tomorrow's going to be interesting. But what I didn't know, Tyler had one more card to play, and it was bigger than anything I'd imagined. How can Sarah prove she's competent when everyone believes their lies? Keep reading. It gets so much worse before it gets better. The courtroom was packed. Tyler and Clarice sat together, playing their parts perfectly. Concerned husband, caring attorney. Both dressed conservatively. Both radiating sympathy. I walked in looking exactly like they wanted me to. Hair messy, no makeup, wrinkled clothes, shaking hands. Tyler whispered to his lawyer, pointed at me. I heard, "See? Told you." Judge Hendricks took the bench. Older man. Stern face. He looked at me like I was already guilty. "Ms. Morrison, we're here to determine if a temporary conservatorship is in your best interest. Your husband has presented concerning evidence about your mental state and business decisions. How do you respond?" I opened my mouth, closed it, let my hands shake visibly. I don't know. Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm not. Tyler's lawyer jumped in. "Your Honor, as you can see, Ms. Clarice Morrison is clearly not well. We're asking for immediate temporary conservatorship to protect her and her assets while she receives treatment. Ms. Morrison, do you have legal representation?" I shook my head, played broken, defeated. Clarice stood. "Your Honor, I was Ms. Morrison's attorney, but given the circumstances and my personal relationship with Mr. Morrison, I've recused myself. However, I've prepared a comprehensive report on the company's financial situation. Ms. Morrison has been making erratic business decisions for months. Unexplained loans, canceled contracts. Last night, she transferred assets without board approval, further evidence of her instability." The judge frowned. "Is this true?" I was trying to save the company. They were all leaving and—" "See?" Tyler's voice was sad, gentle. "She can't even explain her actions coherently. I love my wife. I just want her to get help." The performance was flawless. I almost believed him myself. "Your Honor, if I may." Holly stood from the gallery. "I'm Holly Chen, Ms. Morrison's executive assistant. I'd like to testify." Tyler's lawyer objected. "This is highly irregular. She's not on the witness list." "I'll allow it. Ms. Chen, please approach." Holly walked to the stand. Calm, confident, nothing like the assistant they'd all dismissed. "Ms. Chen, what can you tell us about Ms. Morrison's mental state?" "She's the sanest person I know. Everything Mr. Morrison claims is fabricated. I have proof." Clarice went pale. Tyler's jaw clenched. "What kind of proof?" Holly pulled out a tablet. "Video recordings from the last 6 months. Mr. Morrison accessing Ms. Morrison's office after hours, stealing files, forwarding confidential emails to Clarice Morrison, audio recordings of their planning sessions, financial documents showing the debt Ms. Morrison supposedly incurred, all created by shell companies controlled by Mr. Morrison and Ms. Morrison." The courtroom erupted. Judge Hendricks banged his gavel. "Your Honor, this is absurd." Clarice stood. "Those recordings are clearly doctored. My client—" "Your client? I thought you recused yourself, Ms. Morrison." The judge's voice was ice. Clarice froze. She'd slipped. I was speaking generally. Play the recordings, Ms. Chen." The first video showed Tyler in my office. 2 a.m., downloading files from my computer. The second showed him and Clarice in her office, laughing. "God, she's so easy to manipulate." "Did you see her face when I drugged her coffee this morning?" Clarice's voice. "The judge is all set. He'll approve the conservatorship. Then we flip the company. I've got a buyer lined up. $15 million. We split it and disappear." Tyler on video. "What about Sarah?" "She'll be in a mental facility. Won't remember any of this by the time the drugs work through her system. Even if she tries to fight it later, her medical records, the ones I created, will prove she was unstable for years." The courtroom was silent. You could hear people breathing. Tyler jumped up. "Those are fake. She manufactured—" "Sit down, Mr. Morrison." The judge's voice could cut steel. "Ms. Chen, continue." More videos. Tyler triggering my allergies, filming my reactions, editing the footage, sending it to clients with messages about my drug problem, audio recordings of Clarice forging signatures, creating fake legal documents, bribing the bank manager to freeze my accounts. But the worst one? Tyler talking to someone else. A man's voice I recognized. James, my CFO. "The final transfer happens tonight. She'll think she's broke. Tomorrow after the hearing, we execute the sale. You'll get your cut, James. 20%, like we agreed." James. And you're sure she won't figure it out? Clarice. She's too drugged to think straight. We've been dosing her for 6 months. Even if she tries to fight, the medical evidence will destroy her. Tyler. Plus, her own mother believes she's crazy. I showed her the edited videos. She agreed Sarah needs help. Even Sarah's family won't support her. The three of them laughing. Planning, celebrating my destruction. I watched Tyler's face drain of color, watched Clarice realize they'd been recorded. Your Honor, Holly continued, I also have financial forensics. Every transaction, every forged document, every shell company. Ms. Morrison has no debt. Her company was thriving. Everything was fabricated. A man in the back stood up. Your Honor, Marcus Chen, forensic accountant. I can verify everything Ms. Chen just stated. I've spent the last week tracing every transaction. Mr. Morrison and Ms. Morrison created 17 shell companies in Ms. Morrison's name, forged her signature on loan documents, created fake invoices to make the company appear to be failing. The judge looked at Tyler and Clarice. Do you have anything to say? Tyler tried the charm one more time. Your Honor, this is clearly a conspiracy. My wife and her assistant have fabricated— Stop talking, Mr. Morrison. The judge turned to me. Ms. Morrison, are you aware of what's been presented here? I stood, and suddenly I wasn't shaking anymore, wasn't broken. I am, Your Honor. I've been aware for weeks. I've been playing weak to gather evidence, to let them think they'd won. Why not go to the police immediately? Because I needed them to incriminate themselves completely. If I'd acted too soon, they'd have destroyed evidence, claimed I was paranoid, blamed each other. I needed them confident, overconfident. I needed them to hang themselves. The judge actually smiled. Small, grim, but there. Bailiff, take Mr. Morrison and Ms. Morrison into custody. Charges of fraud, conspiracy, forgery, and— He looked at the drugging evidence. Attempted murder. Tyler lunged at me. You bitch, I gave you everything. I supported— Two bailiffs grabbed him. Clarice tried to run. Made it 3 steps before a cop blocked the door. She turned to me, face twisted with rage. You ungrateful! All I did for you! All those contracts I negotiated, you'd be nothing without me. All those contracts you used to set me up, you mean. Every clause you wrote that would give you leverage later. I know. I had them all reviewed by a real attorney. Turns out, you're not even licensed in this state. Disbarred in California in 2018 for malpractice? That shut her up. The judge continued. Mr. Chen, you mentioned a third conspirator. Marcus nodded. James Whitmore, CFO. He's been transferring assets to dummy accounts for 6 months. Bailiff, issue a warrant for Mr. Whitmore's arrest. Didn't need to. James walked in at that moment, saw Tyler and Clarice in handcuffs, tried to back out. Mr. Whitmore, please stay. We have questions. He broke, completely fell apart, started talking before anyone asked anything. It was all Tyler's idea. He approached me a year ago, said we could take the company. I didn't know about the drugging, I swear. I just moved money, that's all. Save it for your lawyer, the judge said. Bailiff, arrest him too. I watched them, Tyler still trying to manipulate even as they cuffed him. Clarice screaming about her ruined career. James crying like a child. The judge turned to me. Ms. Morrison, the conservatorship petition is denied. Your accounts will be unfrozen immediately. You have my apologies for what you've endured. I'm requesting a full investigation into all parties involved. Thank you, Your Honor. As they led Tyler past me, he stopped. Sarah, please. I do love you. This got out of hand. We can fix this. Really? You love me? Is that before or after you tried to have me institutionalized so you could steal my company? I was going to split it with you. Eventually, You just what? Wanted to destroy me first? Make me think I was crazy? Drug me until I couldn't function? My voice was steady, cold. You know what the saddest part is? I actually loved you, really loved you. I would have given you anything if you'd just asked. But you wanted to take. You wanted to humiliate me. So here we are. They dragged him away. His voice echoed in the hallway. Sarah, Sarah, please. Clarice was quieter, but as she passed, she whispered, "You haven't won. I'll appeal. I'll get out. I'll... You'll spend the next 15 years in prison," I said. "And even if you get out, I'll make sure every bar association in the country knows exactly what you did. You'll never practice law again. You'll never do to anyone else what you tried to do to me." Her face crumpled. They led her away. The courtroom cleared. Holly and Marcus stayed behind, along with 20 employees from my new company who'd come to support me. "Is it really over?" I asked Holly. "Criminal charges? Just starting. But for you? Yeah, it's over. You're free." I let out a breath I'd been holding for weeks, maybe months. "I need to call my mom, explain what really happened." "Already done. I sent her the unedited videos this morning. She's devastated." "Wants to see you." "The company? New company's doing great. All your old clients moved over. We're filing to acquire your old company's remaining assets. Should close next week. Tyler will have nothing." "What about..." Marcus interrupted. "Every penny they stole is traced and frozen. You'll get it all back, plus damages. Civil suits will take longer, but you'll win. The evidence is overwhelming." I nodded, felt tears coming but pushed them back. "Not yet. Not here." "There's one more thing," Holly said. She handed me a tablet. News article. Just published. Tech CEO uncovers husband's elaborate fraud scheme. Below it, Sarah Morrison, CEO of Morrison Consulting, successfully thwarted a 3-year conspiracy by her husband and attorney to steal her company. The trio, including CFO James Whitmore, faces multiple felony charges? "It's everywhere," Holly said. "Every business publication. You're trending on LinkedIn. The story's gone viral." "And Sarah? Everyone knows you're the victim. No one thinks you're unstable. Everyone knows what they tried to do." I read the comments, hundreds of them, other CEOs sharing similar stories, women who'd been gaslit by partners, business owners who'd been betrayed, all supporting me. One comment stuck out. "She documented everything and took them down. That's not revenge. That's justice." 6 months later, I stood in front of a packed auditorium. TED Talk on business betrayal and corporate fraud. Crowd was silent as I told my story. The lesson isn't that you can't trust anyone. It's that you need to verify everything. Document everything. Trust, but verify. Always. After, a woman approached me. 30s. Nervous. "My business partner has been acting strange. Money's disappearing. But I feel guilty investigating her. We've been friends for years." "Investigate her," I said. "Friendship ends the moment someone starts stealing from you. Your loyalty is to yourself and your business first. Always." She nodded, walked away with purpose. Holly joined me backstage. Company hit $50 million valuation this morning. IPOs scheduled for next quarter. "And Tyler?" "Sentenced yesterday. 15 years. Clarice got 12. James got 5 for cooperating." "Appeals?" "Denied." "It's done, Sarah. Really done." I looked at Holly, the woman who'd saved my life, my company, my sanity. "You know I'm making you co-CEO, right? Official announcement next week." She smiled. "I figured." "I've been preparing my acceptance speech." "Of course you have." We walked out of the venue, into sunshine, into a future I'd built from ashes. My phone buzzed, message from unknown number. "This is Tyler's mother. I'm so sorry. We all believed him. I should have listened to you. I hope someday you can forgive us." I deleted it. Some wounds don't heal with apologies. Another message. My mom. "Dinner tonight? Your sisters want to see you. We miss you." That one I answered. "Be there at 7. Family's complicated, but they'd been lied to too. Manipulated. I couldn't blame them for believing a performance that fooled everyone. Last message. From a journalist. "Would you consider a feature in Forbes, your story of resilience and fighting back against corporate fraud? It could help other entrepreneurs recognize warning signs." I replied, "Yes, let's do it. But I want to focus on prevention, how to protect yourself, how to document, how to fight back legally, make it practical, not just inspirational." Holly read over my shoulder. You're going to become the poster child for betrayed CEOs. Good. Maybe I can stop it from happening to someone else, or at least teach them how to fight. We got in the car. My car, paid for by my company, built on my terms. Where to? Holly asked. Office. We've got work to do. That IPO won't prepare itself. You know you can take a break, right? You've been through hell. I'll rest when I'm dead. Right now, I've got an empire to build, one they can never touch, one that proves I didn't just survive their betrayal. I thrived because of it. Holly smiled. Started the car. Empire building it is. As we drove, I looked back at the venue. All those people who'd heard my story. Some saw a victim, but I hope most saw what I wanted them to see. A fighter. Someone who'd been knocked down and got back up swinging. Tyler tried to destroy me because he thought I was weak. He thought my trust was weakness. My love was weakness. He was wrong. My trust made me careful. My love made me document everything. My strength came from refusing to play his victim. 3 years of planning, 6 months of drugging, millions in fraud, all because they thought I wouldn't fight back. They forgot who built that company, who survived poverty, sexism, and 100 business failures to make it work. They forgot I was a survivor long before they tried to break me. Your betrayal is your origin story. What empire will you build from the ashes? Mine's worth 50 million and counting. But more than that, I sleep at night knowing they're in prison, knowing I won, knowing that every morning I wake up in a life I built, not one they tried to steal. To anyone in a similar situation right now, document everything, every conversation, every transaction, every suspicious moment. Trust your gut. If something feels wrong, it probably is. And when you're ready to fight back, fight smart. Let them think they've won until you're ready to prove they haven't. The best revenge isn't getting even. It's building something so successful, so untouchable that they spend their prison time reading about your achievements and realizing they had it all and threw it away. I'm Sarah Morrison, CEO, Survivor, Empire Builder, and I'm just getting started.